The 3 seconds you don't remember every day. You probably think of your life as a continuous film, a perfect, seamless recording of every moment you're awake. Well, you're wrong. Every single day, you live through moments that you never remember. These aren't big, dramatic events. They are tiny, near-invisible gaps that your brain intentionally leaves on the cutting room floor. Today, we're going on a hunt for those missing seconds. Because figuring out why your brain hides them is the secret to reclaiming your focus in a world that's constantly trying to steal it. This isn't about having a bad memory. This is a fundamental feature of how your consciousness works. It's a strange neurological quirk that explains why time seems to speed up as you get older, why you can drive home on complete autopilot, and why you sometimes feel so scattered and unfocused. The feeling that life is a smooth, continuous flow. It's a masterfully crafted illusion. Your brain is a storyteller, and like any good editor, it cuts out the boring parts and the blurry shots, the moments between the moments. But what if those discarded seconds are more important than you realize? What if understanding them is the key to becoming more present, more aware, and more in control of your own mind? Stick with me, because we're about to peel back the curtain on your own perception. Section 1. The Science of Missing Time. Let's start here. Your brain is not a video camera. It's a prediction machine. It spends all its time guessing what's going to happen next based on your past experiences and uses your senses to check if it got things right. This is incredibly efficient, but it comes at a cost. To handle the absolute flood of information hitting you every second, your brain has to prioritize. It decides what's worth paying attention to and what can be ignored. This is where the gaps come in. Neuroscientists have a few names for them, like mind blanking or the more famous attentional blink. Think of your attention as a spotlight. When you shine that light on something, a word on a page, a face in a crowd, your brain dedicates a ton of resources to processing it. But for a brief moment right after, for about half a second, your brain is busy. It's filing away that first piece of information and getting ready for the next one. During this blink, if a second important thing happens, you might not consciously perceive it at all. It just falls through the cracks. These tiny blinks, the constant jumps your eyes make, and all the neural processing time chain together. The result is that our conscious experience seems to be built from separate snapshots of reality. Now, there's a debate in the scientific community about how long one of these experienced moments lasts. But a recurring idea is that they are somewhere around 2 to 3 seconds long. Within that window, your brain bundles everything together as a single event. Outside of it, a new one begins. So what happens in the space between those chunks? Nothing. It's a void that your brain seamlessly stitches over so you never even notice the jump cut. It's just like watching a movie. You don't see the individual frames of film. You see smooth, continuous motion. Your brain does the exact same thing with your life, splicing these chunks of awareness together to create the illusion of an unbroken stream of consciousness. The problem is, some important stuff is being left on the cutting room floor. Section 2. The Ghost in the Machine. Why your brain deletes time. So why on earth would our brains evolve with this bizarre limitation? Why would a system designed for survival intentionally make us blind to the world, even for a fraction of a second? The answer, as with many quirks of our biology, comes down to energy and efficiency. Your brain is trapped in the dark, silent box of your skull. All it knows is the constant barrage of data coming from your eyes, ears, and body. If it tried to process every single bit of that information with equal importance, it would be completely overwhelmed. It would be like trying to listen to 1,000 radio stations at once. We'd be in a permanent state of sensory overload. To prevent that kind of cognitive meltdown, the brain evolved to be a master filter. It's a pattern recognition machine that is brilliant at telling the signal apart from the noise. The attentional blink isn't a bug. It's a feature. It's the price of admission for a brain that has to make tough choices about where to spend its limited energy. When your brain spots something important, a target, it goes all in. But it can't hold that intense focus forever. It needs a brief cool-down period to reset before it can lock onto the next target. It's a form of cognitive triage. Your brain is basically guessing that whatever happens in the moments after a big event is probably less important than the event itself. And most of the time, it's right. This allows it to build a stable, manageable story of reality without burning itself out. It prioritizes a coherent narrative over a perfectly complete one. The mind-blanking state, which can happen for a surprising 5% to 20% of the time during simple tasks, is the most extreme example. During these moments, your brain activity can actually resemble a state of local sleep, where certain neural networks just go temporarily offline. It's the ultimate energy-saving mode. So no, these missing seconds aren't a mistake. They are the cost of being able to focus on anything at all. They're the ghost in the machine, a necessary side effect of a brain trying to make sense of an infinitely complex world. Section 3. The real-world cost of missing moments. Okay, so our brain trims a few seconds here and there for efficiency. What's the big deal? Who cares about a few missed milliseconds? Well, you should. Because these tiny gaps add up, and they have a huge impact on your daily life, your memory, and even your mood. Think about the world we live in. It's a fire hose of information. Notifications, emails, endless scrolling. We are constantly multitasking. And studies show that people who do a lot of media multitasking have worse sustained attention. Every ping, every ad, every new tab is another target for your brain to lock onto. This forces your brain into a frantic, endless cycle of blinking and resetting. You're not just experiencing the natural attentional blink, you're triggering it over and over and over again. This is exactly why you can read a whole page of a book and have no clue what it said. Your eyes scanned the words, but your brain was in a blink state, busy processing the thought of an email you forgot to send. It's why you can walk into a room and completely forget why you went in there. Your original intention was the first target. Something else, a notification, a random thought, became the second, and the memory of your original goal was lost in the gap. This constant fragmentation of our awareness has a real emotional cost. Studies have shown that these attention lapses, especially when we forget what we meant to do, are a major source of what they call daily hassles. It's a fancy term for that low-grade feeling of irritation, frustration, and just feeling off. You get annoyed at yourself for being unfocused, not realizing your brain is just doing what it's designed to do when it's completely overwhelmed. Even more unsettling is what happens during a true mind blank. For a moment, your brain isn't just distracted. It temporarily stops generating conscious thought. Information might hit your eyes, but it doesn't get fully processed. The signal just drops. When this happens while you're driving, it's that eerie highway hypnosis feeling. You arrive at your exit with no real memory of the last few miles. Most of the time, it's just that weird feeling of snapping back to reality in the middle of a meeting, hoping you didn't miss something important. Your life isn't just flying by, it's being actively edited down, and the editor is getting overwhelmed. The illusion of a continuous film is starting to flicker, and you're beginning to see the splices. Section 4. The takeaway: reclaiming the edits. So, are we all just doomed to live a life full of cognitive black holes? Is our consciousness nothing more than a glitchy highlight reel? No, absolutely not. The goal isn't to eliminate these gaps. You can't. They're a core part of how your brain functions. The solution is to understand them. Just being aware that your brain is an active editor, not a passive recorder, is the most powerful first step you can take. This awareness changes everything. Instead of beating yourself up for being distracted, you can learn to recognize the signs of cognitive overload. That feeling of mental fog or irritation isn't a personal failing. It's a biological warning light. It's your brain telling you it's being forced to drop frames just to keep up. And with this awareness, you can start making different choices. You can create an environment that respects your brain's natural limits. This is where the power of single tasking comes in. When you focus on one thing at a time, you reduce the number of competing targets and let your brain work smoothly with fewer blinks. Turn off the notifications. Close the extra tabs. Give your brain the space it needs to process one thing deeply instead of a dozen things shallowly. Research backs this up, showing that limiting distractions is a direct way to improve how you form memories. Lifestyle is also critical. Sleep deprivation is a massive trigger for attention lapses and mind blanking. When you're tired, your brain is way more likely to slip into those local sleep states to save energy. Treating sleep as the non-negotiable foundation it is might be the single most effective thing you can do for a stable, continuous stream of awareness. Finally, you can practice mindfulness. No, this isn't about chanting on a mountaintop. It's practical brain training. Exercises like meditation have been shown to actually reduce the impact of the attentional blink. You're essentially training your brain's editor to be more deliberate and less reactive, helping it get better at picking out what truly matters from all the noise. This experience of lost time or a sudden mind blank is universal, but it always feels incredibly personal. I'm genuinely curious about your experience. Have you ever been driving and suddenly realized you don't remember the last few miles? Or has your mind ever gone completely empty right in the middle of a sentence? Share your story in the comments. Let's see just how common these missing moments really are. Conclusion. You don't experience reality directly. You experience your brain's model of reality. And that model is not a continuous, high-fidelity recording. It's a curated highlight reel, stitched together from moments of focused awareness that are separated by gaps you never knew were there. For most of your life, you've just been watching the edited version, believing it was the whole story. But now you know about the editor. You know about the cuts, the blinks, and the missing seconds. This knowledge is a superpower. It gives you the ability to go from being a passive viewer to an active director of your own attention. You can't stop the edits, but you can influence them. You can create the conditions for a much better film, one with more clarity, more focus, and fewer precious moments left on the cutting room floor. Your life isn't a continuous recording. It's a masterpiece of neural editing, and you have more say in the final cut than you think.